In the last Champo League match day, I brought in Foden and captained him. So when he scored 14 big bucks, I felt like Billy Big Bollocks over here. And then my goalkeeper got a red card for -3 points, and I benched Digne's 8-pointer against Bayern. Never mind, felt like I got dick slapped there. Unlucky! But my team for match day 3 currently looks like this. We have a suspended player in De Greg in goals. We have players that may not actually be nailed with Guerrero, Diaz, Foden, Kubasi. They may all well start, and they actually are predicted to start, but it's not guaranteed. And we have players with very wibbly-wobbly fixtures, such as Barca vs Bayern, where I have 3 Barca and a Bayern player, Liverpool vs Leipzig, which I have double Liverpool, Dortmund vs Real Madrid, which I have Slotterbeck for Dortmund, and a few others which just aren't the tastiest. Yikes. If I filter by date, pretty much all of my players also play on the second day, which is also a big boy unlucky, big boy oh dear, because obviously there's not as many substitution windows, so when all of the players are blank, I'm locked in with their points. Yeah, it's not looking good, bruv. And then if we look at the fixtures, there's actually some teams this week with some very good fixtures this week that don't have great fixtures next week, or the weeks after. But this week we got Monaco, Milan, Girona, maybe Aston Villa, Sporting, Arsenal, Atalanta, Leverkusen, Inter, and Man City. Loads of very targetable fixtures, and arguably the game week, the match day, with the most targetable fixtures out of the entire league phase. So with that in mind, it may be time to activate that Limitless Chip. If you don't know what that is, grow up. What are you doing? But the Limitless Chip is essentially a free hit, a brand new team for just 1 week, but with unlimited budget, so you can literally pick anybody. If I was to Limitless, it would probably look a little something like this. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, yeah, it's good. Yeah, it could get some big boy points. But is it, like, Limitless worthy? Am I really going to twist my nipples again in double Milan, Monaco players, Girona players? Not really. Where because Saka is obviously out for the Arsenal, and the teams that have good fixtures just aren't teams that just have a major big talismanic like players that you can really back. Yeah, I'm not too sure. So I can confirm for now, I will not be slapping that Limitless button. Looking at the other match days, I'm not actually sure where I'll use it, but I'm confident I'm not going to use it this week. So back to the drawing board, because now I have to actually stick with this team and actually think of some transfers. So my transfer plans right now, as of this current second, are, fuck knows really. I don't know why you're watching. But we do have a suspended player, so, you know, you could look at him. But realistically, do I want to be spending my free transfers on a goal geezer? I'm not too sure. The next other player I'm thinking I could probably get out is Guerrero. Yes, he's actually starting for the Bayern again, and he probably will start. But Barca away, Benfica and PSG, not the best games. Maybe he could be one to go out, but again, it could backfire. And the only other player that I'm not really loving this week and the next few weeks moving forward, because the likes of Barca have very good fixtures after, the likes of Dortmund have very good fixtures after, is actually Luis Diaz. Now, I do actually think he will start this week, but do I really want to bank and keep him just for a Leipzig away going into Leverkusen and Real Madrid? I don't know about that. And realistically, I am looking to wildcard in matchday 6, which will be for the last 3 games, because teams like Liverpool have this run. Teams like Barca, who I'm tripled up on, have this run, oh dear. And it is actually just a very good fixture swing, and most teams won't be qualified or anywhere close, so you will still know who the best players are. So if I were to take those guys out, then I've got all of the options, like, who the hell do I go for? But I do like the idea of Frimpong, not just because he scored the most points, and that's the only metric we care about in fantasy games, right? But he's playing Brest. Who doesn't want a little bit of Brest there? But then again, he's got Liverpool next, so yeah, maybe not. Emre Can is actually on penalties, so that's very good for a defender, but they're playing Real Madrid, so no thanks. And then we got the Atalanta wing-backs, full-backs, outside centre-backs, whatever they are in rotation. That could be very good because they play Celtic this week and have a very good run. But then again, they just rotate and you just don't know who's starting. And players like Rico Lewis have been playing very well, getting all the points, but you just don't know if they're going to start. You need players that not only have got a very good fixture run, but you know that are going to play. So although I like the likes of Rico Lewis, although I like the likes of the Atalanta boys, I'm actually really tempted to go for a Gabriel. Now, a Gabriel does actually feel really boring because an Arsenal centre-back that's realistically not going to get many points. I mean, he does get all the ball recoveries even without the set-piece threat, and we know he's got a bullet header in him. But I'm kind of thinking, not just for this Shakhtar game, which is very good, and, you know, not the other games aren't good at all. But what I'm more thinking is, I have so many players playing on the last day, I need players playing in the 22nd, otherwise I'm going to have to stick with some of these players playing on the second day on my bench, and then I'm going to end up having not a very good optimal squad. Like players like Kubasi, and that's probably it. I'm probably almost locked on my bench, because unless all of my players playing on the 22nd blank, then I'm not subbing everybody in. So I'm kind of thinking I need more players in the 22nd to try and get more of these players playing on the 23rd in. So in midfield then, I'm going to completely ignore what I just said, because the only players I actually want is a Lookman. Because Lookman, he's scoring the points, right? But now he plays Celtic, and Celtic, when they're away, they might as well be away from the bloody game. No point travelling, because they're literally playing like they're on FIFA, just all-out attack, no defence, and just conceding all the goals. But then, Atalanta then play Stuttgart, which actually isn't a great game, even though they're a pot 4 team. And then Young Boys, which is a very good fixture. But again, he plays on the 23rd, so do I want even more players playing on the 23rd, and then having to choose to bench somebody like a Yamal, somebody like a Trent? Yeah, I'm not too sure. So instead, what I think I might do is go for a Christian Pulisic. Although 2 very tough games for the Milan so far, and they've got Real Madrid next. Yeah, what am I even doing? But he's actually been doing bits for AC Milan, literally getting a goal or an assist every game, playing Club Brugge at home and playing on the 22nd, and then more importantly, plays these guys. I can't even pronounce them, so you know they're a good team to target in that match day, so I think that could be worth it right there. And I also think that's probably the best use of my transfers now if I'm not using the Limitless. Again, it might happen, but right now it's not. So transfer plans, probably this. Transfer plans could be anything. There you go. You're welcome. Shout out to Karam, who is currently top of my league, who's a bit of a show-off, scored 113 points in the last match day. Do you want my channel? You know, I think you'll do better than me. Thanks. And my predictions in the Predict 6 this week are these. I mean, the only upset that I have here is Bayern vs Barca, which isn't really an upset. But, you know, you can kind of see I'm going for all the goals because I'm not biased at all with all of my players playing that game. No. Shout out to Amal, who is top on my prediction league, who's absolutely smoking a show. Like, what's he even doing? Let's hack him and see. He's not predicted yet. He's terrible at this game. Nah, see, I'm better than him. Oh, look at that. Measly 36. He scores more in bloody, like, 3 games. He scored more last week than I did in my entire 2 weeks so far. All right, show off. But yeah, that's going to be it for the UCL Matchday team rambling. It's not even team selection at this point. But what I'm thinking of doing is Guerrero and Diaz out, because they may not play. They probably will. But then they've also not got good fixtures, not just this week, but moving forward, because I'm not using my Limitless this week. And I'm probably not using the wildcard until about matchday 6. And then I'm bringing in players that are not only got very good fixtures this week, they could do bits in the next few weeks, but more importantly, playing the 22nd, so I can actually sub in my other good players this week and not just be stuck with a random 11. Captaincy then, I'm probably actually going to go Gyökeres no matter my transfers. Obviously, if Saka was fit, then I would be bringing in Saka or using the Limitless and captaining him. But without him, it's probably Gyökeres as the best captain. And then the second day, we are spoilt for choice. Like Haaland, and that's it really, isn't it? I mean, Haaland playing this team. I mean, he hasn't scored in 3 Premier League games. Washed. But yeah, Sparta, he's going to spark them out and score all the goals. But that's going to be all. Thanks for watching, and also remember,
don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now. Don't let your memes be dreams.